Okay, before I congratulate you on your 10 years of the best ortho-pedo practice in the state of state of Ohio, the other O state, I want to do a little bit of a trip down memory lane. It's not a long trip, 5, 6 years. First time I met you was in Samson's class, and I really didn't meet you that weekend. I may have said 5 words to you, but I remember you distinctly. You were hard to forget, the guy who stood up after lunch in this gray wig and did a little parody of Samson. By the way, the gray wig fits you fine, no problem slipping that on your head. And so I thought, well, this guy's kind of funny. He's also kind of nutty. So that's about the extent of my thought of you. And then a year later, I'm working at my office, and Loopy comes back to me and says, you have a phone call. Somebody who met you in Marietta, Georgia at the Samson course. So I get on the line, and you say, this is Dr. Belton, and a name probably 1 or 2 names I even remember from that first year. And you wanted to room with me, or I wouldn't know if you wanted to be roomies on that second year. And I'm thinking to myself, do I know you? You know that I'm married, right? And but something made me say yes, and that was the start of something. I don't know if it was the first night or the second night we were together. You asked me a question about tip edge. I remember opening my computer up, and the next 3 hours, it was like 1 or 2 in the morning before we went to sleep. I think the light bulb went off when you saw a technique that had a system to it, that had stages, that had goals, that had objectives, something that made a little more sense to you. Things kind of fell into place, and the rest is kind of history. You ended up going to Rockwall for 2 years and taking a course. It ended up being 2 hours just south of me, so we got to know each other a lot better. I got to know and appreciate your dedication, your enthusiasm for your practice, your staff, your patients, your associates, especially your family and your father, all the things that you had planning, all the things you had going. And in just now 3.5 years, you've become an instructor for the Academy, and I truly believe you are the future of the Academy. I really, really do. I'm proud in the right way to have been slightly instrumental in that journey. And you have been very instrumental in some of my journeys, not just orthodontically, but especially in my journey in relationship with the Lord. You will never know, and I pray you never have to ever go through this, what it was like on Tara's funeral as I'm parking Sharon in front of me on the first row of that big auditorium, and turning around and seeing in the procession of friends and family about 5 or 6 members of the Academy, and you being among them. That is something I will never, ever, ever forget. So from that first phone call to say you want to be my roommate for the weekend, to 4 or 5 years later, I'm saying, man, I love you. And I consider you one of my very, very closest friends. So congratulations on your 10 years. For many, many more. I will get up to see you sometime. Maybe we can catch the other OSU in Ohio sometime. I'd love to play you sometime. Of course, we'll be playing this year and you won't. Sorry about that. But I do plan, as opportunities allow, to get up and see you and meet your family. Anyway, keep in touch. Congratulations. And I do love you, man.